10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go on -8, -0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
It is a very, very hot,
so
hot day.
So hot.
It's so hot.
Uncomfortable hot.
No, thank you.
Like, when you wear your face mask, it gets very glossy underneath. Very moist.
All this is coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, me too. I was
Tim and I taking off our masks like, bitch, which one is mine?
Bruh, I was shooting. I'm working on this new food show with David, right? And it was around when the fires were kind of popping, and we were shooting out in Pasadena, and I had just like my shit was kind of splotchy that morning, so I put a little concealer on, right? And then the dude, we got to the chicken place, and dude was like, "Oh, here we got these like have some of these masks from their place, right?" And I put it on. I was like, "God, my makeup, man!" And sure enough, I put it on. Fucking hot ass day. I was like, I hope no one sees the middle of it, the inside of this
I've
shit.
definitely gone to YouTube to look up how to keep your makeup on while wearing a mask.
You
What?
got
Yeah.
crazy amounts of setting spray.
Setting spray,
Yeah.
powder, layer, and then pray.
And then don't wear a mask.
Yeah, for real.
I did one of those, hold it over your face.
Oh, God.
Like, I'm like, I'm wearing it. just get away from me, please.
My mom gave me the plastic guards.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah,
but you still have to wear a mask with it.
Man.
You still have to.
Then what's the point?
Somebody said something about it getting in your eyes. That's what I heard.
Oh, that's the purpose of the plastic.
I felt like it's supposed to be a shield, but you're supposed to still wear the mask with it.
You know, Vegas is dining inside is opened up now.
Yeah, Vegas don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Florida, Texas, Vegas.
And I
Yeah.
think what's
Well, they
state?
San
said it
Francisco's
doesn't
opening up.
survive in heat, so.
You said San Francisco's still opening up for like
They're about to open up, and our complex just opened up the gyms. So
word?
yeah.
Mine has not.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys have free COVID testing out here. I watched the news.
If you have symptoms, most places do. If you have symptoms or if you don't have insurance, they'll do something
None of
for
us
you.
have insurance here, so
And I think Mississippi, one of the M states, is the first one to lift their mask rule.
Yeah.
I know in Florida you can't get fined for it.
I see.
There's no fines.
The cops just tap you aggressively.
I mean, do they?
Probably not.
Probably not. It's Florida.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hot day. I'm glad we're sitting inside this air-conditioned room, and
Still waiting for it to kick on a little bit higher. She needed it a little bit higher. You're going to see us just, woo.
That's why I'm sitting like this.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable and I'm just thinking cool thoughts. Like
Right.
y'all are shiny a little bit. I'm chilling right now.
I'm trying to don't. I was looking at both of us. I was like, we need some blotting paper in here.
right.
I got to help everybody
cool
out.
thoughts. James Bond, silky shirts.
Skateboards. Skateboards are way cool.
Man,
Super cool.
See, that's why it's a good thing I got my hydration here, bro.
Yeah. How do you even say that?
What? I don't know.
OPDRD.
The OPD.
I told you it was some bootleg made in China shit.
Wait. Just everybody,
drink.
if you can see this right now, the jug is the size of Tim's torso.
It's
It
pretty
is-
crazy.
Oh, she got jokes
And
today.
It's only half a gallon.
This is one of those mini water bottles. Oh, shit.
Hold on, let me see. No, I have a small torso. It's about right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what story was I about to tell y'all?
But why? Rick has
know.
a bottle too, but his is super tiny.
No, it's not.
Is it?
32 ounces.
Oh, you got the
I drink
good.
5
Oh.
of these a day.
First off,
It's a gallon and a quarter.
that's a very nice bottle.
Thank you.
I like it. I need one.
Speaking of nice bottles, okay. Well, first of all, I wanted to shout. Well, before we get into them, I wanted to talk about these Cambodian dudes. This is a Cambodian cognac company. They sent it to me. It's called Golden Wat. Wat is like the Buddhist temple.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like the. I always thought it was just the Thai word for it, but I guess it's the Cambodian word for it too.
Do Buddhists drink?
I don't know if Buddhists don't drink.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Well, monks don't be turning up, but I think Yeah, I don't know if there was ever a rule against drinking.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta do some research now.
Just like there was never a rule against drinking for like Christians either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like even Jesus was like, keep it going, y'all.
Yeah.
Keep the party going. You know. But so yeah, this is some cognac, and I'm gonna try it out. I already tried some at the crib. You want some cognac or you want some of this tequila, Nikki Blaze?
I'll try both because we're just sampling.
Okay, word.
Just sampling. And then I'll decide which one I will continue the day with.
It's funny because a lot of people don't realize how much Cambodians F with the cognac and the dark liquor. Like Cambodians were the first people to put me onto Henny, actually. And whenever I went to like, and Vietnamese too.
Stay drinking.
Bruh. Like, but specifically either Remy or Henny.
Yeah, Remy's super popping in the Bay, and Hennessy. A lot of Hennessy.
I remember I went to this Vietnamese wedding, and on every table was a bottle of Henny.
I mean, that's a dope wedding. They're like, listen, we got you.
At every seat on every table.
Thank you.
It's a little sampler. And while we're on the subject, cheers. A little sipper. Yeah, that reminds me of just Hennessy.
That tastes just like Hennessy.
Yeah.
I got a flashback.
Yeah, I know.
I got a little angry all of a sudden.
I got a little horny.
You got horny, I got angry. This is why we drink tequila.
All right, y'all. So we're all trying to become better people, improve your skills, improve yourself. That's why you gotta F with Skillshare, all right? Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Now, personally, me, sometimes I be having writer's block. I need to express myself in certain ways. That's why I F'd with Skillshare, and I started F'ing with some photography classes, okay? I like to F with the Fundamentals of DSLR Photography by Justin Bridges. It really helped me out trying to figure out these cameras I got at home with balancing exposure, shutter speed, aperture, editing tips, and tricks, and that comes in handy for someone like me. I got to do a lot of Instagram things for some brand deals, get this money, pay for this baby. And I just like to take fun pictures, you know what I'm saying? My whole life is dealing with cameras, so something like this really helps me take my skills to the next level so I can share it with you. Oh my God. And I got y'all, okay? Because look, Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. Most classes are under 60 minutes with short lessons to fit in any schedule. And just for you guys, I got a special treat. I'm hooking y'all up. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/Tim. And the first 1,000 people to use my link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. You heard me? Receive free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. Be one of the first 1,000 to sign up at Skillshare.com/Tim, and you get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Oh my God, it's lit. You know what me and wifey been doing during this whole quarantine situation? We have been cooking for each other, and it's lit because your boy does not cook. But thanks to HelloFresh, I've been able to flex my skills in the kitchen a little bit because they make it really easy and the recipes are super fire, okay? Save time and money and stress with HelloFresh because they offer convenient delivery right to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. The recipes are easy to follow and quick to make with simple steps and pictures to guide you along the way. It's delicious and nutritious. They got a whole ass variety. HelloFresh offers so many delicious options every week to help you break out of your recipe rut and try new things. Over 90% of ingredients are sourced directly from growers to ensure the freshest recipes are delivered to your door. And guess what? It helps you eat more sustainably. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients so you're not overbuying, which is a burden on the planet. We all trying to save the planet out here. HelloFresh's streamlined supply chain means produce gets to you faster and fresher than the grocery store. And it's flexible for your lifestyle. You can keep your fridge stocked by adding extra proteins or sides like garlic bread to your weekly order. And feeding the whole family has never been easier with a larger box size for more servings and more savings. Yo, the other day, Chia made this little pasta with some meat sauce. It was so bomb, okay? And I'm hooking y'all up. And just for y'all, I got a special treat. Go to HelloFresh.com/80NoChaser and use code 80NoChaser to get a total of $80 off across 5 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. Now that's lit, okay? Go to HelloFresh.com/80 no chaser and use code 80 no chaser to get a total of $80 off across 5 boxes. It's lit. I'm always horny. I'm like the Hulk with that shit. That's my secret. I'm always horny.
I'm always angry. Apparently.
Why you always little, dude?
Who, me? Oh, no. It's just, no, here's the thing. It doesn't change my size. I'm just constantly jizzing. Just steady flow of green jizz. Oh my God.
You'd be like, we don't see it. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Rick has tarnished his record of never consuming alcohol. What the fuck happened?
Well, I'm on.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Welcome to the club, brother.
No,
you're no longer
on
better than us.
Step 6 of my 12-step program now.
He's like, it's all out of my system. It never happened. I'm aboard again.
Bruh, I was so upset. I was so highly upset about this shit. So y'all been to Universal Studios, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've had butterbeer at the Harry Potter land.
Love it. Little
Delicious.
a little too sweet, but
butterscotch.
it's great.
It's fucking perfection to me. I love that shit, right? So my girl had one of her friends visiting her. Her friend said she was stopping by Trader Joe's. Do you want me to pick up anything? My girl knows that they sell butterbeer there. So she's like, oh yeah, get me that butterbeer, because she too likes butterbeer.
Right.
Butterbeer, for those of you who don't know, is a non-alcoholic beverage served at the Harry Potter world in Universal Studios.
It's delicious.
And it
It's
tastes
so
like
good.
butterscotch.
It's like a butterscotch cream soda type deal.
Sometimes they put the little ice cream or whatever,
Little
like
foam on the top.
man.
Yeah.
Well, all the time they have to put that,
Yeah,
but
it's
you
so
can't
good.
get extra because it's so sweet.
Ooh.
It's like against the law.
It's diabetes in a glass.
Oh, when I was thinking sometimes you can get the slushy version and sometimes you get the
you can always get the slushy version too. Both of them. But yeah, so it's delicious, right? We both love it. So her friend gets it for her. She brings it to the house. It's chilling in our fridge. Friend leaves a couple of days later. She was like, oh, I have butterbeer. My girl tells me, I was like from Harry Potter? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, cool. So she pours some in her glass or whatever. And she comes by. She's like, oh, it smells so good. She drinks it and she's like, ew, it doesn't taste good, right? Now, here's why I fucked up. I should have known something right then.
Right.
She
But
didn't
I'm
trick
just like,
you.
how can butterbeer not be good? What are you talking about? So I take her glass and I drink some, and it wasn't like a little sip. It was like a good, because it
You were
smelled amazing.
expecting the
Yeah.
butterbeer experience.
And it was disgusting. And I'm like, wait, that's not a normal disgusting. This is something different here.
Yeah.
Give me the bottle. So I get the bottle, and it says right there, 9% alcohol. Like it was actual beer.
Was it a stout?
I don't know.
Well, this is me. I'm
You
all,
had- Her
what could it
friend
be?
had to like show ID to get it.
Right.
She did not mention that.
Right. And the friend knew that you don't drink alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't bring it for me.
Oh, she
brought
brought
it
it
for
for
her,
away.
right.
Yeah.
But she also was like, why do you want that? And then she's like, we like butterbeer. I'm like, okay. But she assumed Tway knew
What
Right.
it was.
what it was.
Right.
Because like, why come in to get it if you don't know what it is? So yeah.
Oh man. Damn, let me tell y'all, like,
My entire life.
the stories on Instagram, when I saw it, I was like, is this real?
yeah, no.
This is real.
Chia had seen the story before me. She was like, "Oh, I guess Rick's tasted alcohol." And I think I was lounging somewhere. I said, "What? what? Where did you? What?" And then I watched the story, texted him immediately. I was like, "Yo!"
This solidifies my stance against alcohol, though. It was so gross.
Well, you know, beer's not a good starter.
Well, that's why
even though it's everybody's starter.
I'm thinking because drink a lot that you probably had what is like a stout, which is like a thicker. It smells really sweet. It can come off like there isn't a lot of alcohol. You said it was like 9% or something like that. Something like that. So those don't taste good. Like they really don't unless you like it.
But honestly,
I don't think
but
any
beer-
of it
But
tastes
beer is
good.
like
never-
I mean, you could damn near could have tried Keystone and it would have been the same reaction.
Okay, when you guys say certain, okay, you said this tastes good, right?
Yes.
Good for alcohol or good?
No, good for alcohol and the type of alcohol that it is.
So that means alcohol is inherently gross. But you can help it sometimes.
Okay, I'll tell you this, and it's hard to say this because I've been drinking for so long now.
Right.
On my first sip of like the Clase Azul, I was like, this is tasty. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much like a, man, that's
Right.
That's good for this.
Patron is the
Yes, like if you want to compare two tequilas, and the reason why people immediately think gross when they think tequila, it's because you grow up, you hear about Patron, so you automatically order Patron, and it'll make you, it's like
rough.
Rough.
It's rough.
Okay, so if the one you like was a non-alcoholic beverage, would you drink a whole glass of it?
Yes. A Clase Azul for me.
I could, yes. If it was,
but would you? Like, would you be like, oh,
like how we do
let
wine?
me get something to drink and like non-alcoholic, just those flavors in a non-alcoholic beverage? Would you drink a whole glass of it?
I've done non-alcoholic beer, and I still would drink it for the taste of it. If that answers your question.
And that tastes like actual beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to say because I know I'm drinking it for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like because I enjoy the taste, and also it's nice to catch a little feeling, right? Yeah. But I really do enjoy the taste of it, but to mentally get where you are, right? Before I've ever consumed alcohol, because I do feel like the consumption and enjoyment of alcohol is something you kind of train yourself to do.
Okay.
Like what I drank before, because what I've drank before, I like now that I didn't like. Certain things that I didn't like. I didn't like white wine. I didn't like vodka. Didn't like that.
It's like kombucha.
Yes. It's like kombucha.
Okay, so there's kombuchas where I'm like, oh, this is good for kombucha.
Yeah.
Like the rosé one.
And that's actually the closest because kombucha is fermented and then some of it actually has alcohol content in it. The rose one from that company is like 0.5 when you have to use your ID. But they say it on the bottle.
I read that.
They say it on the bottle. Don't worry, you're not drinking anything. But that is the best example of it because it's similar to wine. I learned to like wine. That was more like coffee. I think
we all learned to like wine.
I think coffee and wine go hand in hand.
And that's the thing.
Adapting.
Because it's like, it's the same shit. Like coffee, beer, wine.
Right.
I think it's all shit where you're like, ugh.
Well, most people wouldn't just sip on a cognac or sip on a scotch or
they're always mixing it.
But
so it's like it has a purpose. And they've made this one palatable enough for me to enjoy it while I get to my purpose. Sort of like fruity medicines. I get it.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Because it's almost like you want to drink because of, you feel like, hey, this is going to be a good time.
Yeah.
You're young. So you just kind of order whatever the fuck?
So an AMF, like that's your prime example. AMF is the fruity, the Flintstones vitamins.
Yeah.
Like it's the Flintstones vitamins of alcohol.
Yeah, bro.
The gummy sour ones?
No,
or
the chalky. The chalky ones where you're
I love those.
I'm getting what I need, but I'm also going to get really, really fucked up because it's a lot of sugar, but I'm getting drunk. Cool.
Okay.
All in one. And then you go and you get older. Because I can look at somebody when I was bartending. If you order an AMF, a Tokyo tea, a Long Island iced tea, you can kind of get away with because it's growner. You are a novice. You're just starting. You probably don't make a lot of money and you're looking to get fucked up.
Rude.
I mean,
it's facts.
a fact. Yeah. Because if somebody comes and you have a bright blue or bright green drink and the adult next to you is ordering a shot of something, or hey, I'll take a scotch, one ice cube, whatever, you can tell you're in different places in your life.
And when I got to that point where I was just ordering just the liquor straight up with a little bit of ice, I knew I was looking grown.
It is a visual
You've
thing.
never looked grown. I've seen you with multiple drinks in your hand.
Tim was like,
it's never aged you, buddy.
Tim was like, Lovely scotch we're having this evening.
In a onesie.
This is a $500 bottle, and this onesie is $20.
I mean, that's
now,
facts.
put on Moana.
All day. Oh, quick tangent. If we're talking
While I
about,
hold my balloon sword.
oh my goodness,
These are Tim's favorite things.
so many things to get into. First of all,
Oh, this is amazing. Wow, that's your birthday. That's what we're doing.
Rick's gonna tell you about that in a second. The other day I was with Bart from JK, right? And because we just did a workout video. Oh,
Wait, you did a workout video?
Yeah, just for Barbell Brigade, just for their
Okay.
shit. I don't work
That's
out.
new.
No. It's very few and far between. Literally, the only time I think I work out is when Bart's like, "Hey, can we do a video for Barbell Brigade?" Which is like once every 2 months. But anyways, we're talking. And he's just kind of, we're having food afterwards, and he's like, "What have you been watching lately, just on Netflix or whatever?" And I was like, nothing really, to be honest, just like random reality shows. And he's like, "Man, I've been watching, like, me and Gio have been watching Moana like twice a week." I'm like, "Bruh, me and Chia put on Moana all the time." He's like, "Oh, I meant because of Taika." He's like, "I mean because I have a 2-year-old."
Tim's like, we're practicing, preparing.
I was like, "Nah, man, there's no shame in my shit. I love Moana, bro."
I cried in Moana with my sister next to me.
Yeah, man.
I cried.
Especially like
Oh, it's the grandma scene.
when we watched Moana, when me and she watched Moana in theaters, her grandma had recently passed.
Oh,
So and then that grandma scene happened, and immediately she was like, "Oh shit, here comes the waterworks."
I know. My sister and I are like, let's call our dad.
Man.
We should go tell him we love him. Yeah.
So, balloon swords. I have this thing where if there's ever a man or a clown making balloon animals, I have to buy a balloon sword because I think they're really fun. But then, back in the day when me and Rick would just like, when you ain't got shit to do, you go to the mall, walk around. I would always get a balloon sword, and Rick would get so annoyed because I don't know, why would you get annoyed, Rick?
because you're shutting down his game?
No. Have your balloon sword.
Right.
That's what you want to do. Stop fucking poking me with it. How about that?
The real reason is he don't want to be poked by your sword, Tim.
Tim act like he don't know. He's annoying.
No, I know. I'm so annoying.
Bruh,
And like,
the straw.
oh my, okay, look, I still don't think this is as annoying as Rick makes it out to be.
I'm gonna let you tell. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Okay.
Watch out this.
Okay, so I get a paper straw from fast food places or restaurants or whatever. And then my first thing I like to do is take one side of the paper off and and blow it at the other person. Do you do this?
At the other person.
Yes, and blow it at the other person.
I don't, but
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Is that not annoying to get hit with straw paper
I
all the time?
It's like I feel like at some point you just expect it. You're like, let me dodge this. Maybe he'll
It's
stop.
annoying.
I'm just playing games with my friends.
Do you get extra straws to do it?
No.
Okay,
Ugh.
it's just that one.
That would
one.
be
That would-
terrible.
Well, it's better than when you make the
Spitballs? Yeah.
I feel like that's something you would do.
He rips up the paper and makes little balls and throws them as
Okay,
well.
there we go.
You've thrown and you've thrown in someone's drink. I don't remember who it was, but it went landed in their drink.
I'm an only child, Rick.
I just want to play with my friends.
Oh my God.
At least it's not the spit ones.
Yeah, true.
Bruh.
True.
Yeah, we
I would-
fight.
I was out with some people the other day, and speaking of throwing stuff and being annoying, the person next to me kept grabbing the rocks. You know, when you have the flames at some of the pits, they have
Yeah.
like those little gravel. Was grabbing the rock and throwing it into their friend's drink, and I'm like,
That's annoying.
I was like this.
Both are annoying.
I was looking at the person. I'm like, you're 37. What are you doing? Like, we are out in like what?
So, I'm throwing rocks in the street.
Rocks into his drink because I want him to drink it. I was like, oh wow, this isn't gonna go over.
Oh, he was
very well.
secretly doing it.
Trying to be like, I was like, oh,
You know
no.
what? You know, I did one time that was definitely annoying. This was in high school, and the homegirl was she was sitting at her desk, and her pants were like, you know how you like,
Oh, the dip.
yeah,
Oh no.
so she
Why
had
do-
her little crack was out, and then I had a little piece of paper and I rolled up. I was like, threw it in there, got right in her crack, and I thought she was gonna laugh. She said, "Stupid!" It hit me. I was like, "Damn, I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's what you get.
I'm sorry."
Back in the day with the low rise pants, we don't have those problems.
Yeah, now y'all went all the way in the other direction.
Yeah, we're gonna pull them up. We
Weirdos.
want the pants to meet the bottom titties. So,
Yeah.
so all of the squishy can stay where it needs to be.
I'm jealous. I definitely do that. I'd be like, when I'm sitting like this, I definitely put the shit over my little belly.
But it was okay from the guy's perspective. Remember when the girls used to have the little thong part hanging out?
I loved that.
That was liked it.
I enjoyed it very much. Yeah.
Yeah, we were really young when that happened, so it was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
If people started doing that again,
I think it's coming back.
Girls kind of do it, but only in sweats.
I like the French cut bikinis, like
It's
the
like
bodysuits with the low.
I'm in sweats, but I still want to feel sexy, so look at my underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of like
Little indifferent on it.
I'm leaning more towards not like it because it feels like you're trying
Like
too
a little too
hard.
forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the like speaking of like how bikini bottoms and like panties are rising up. I enjoy that also because I enjoy the new emphasis on embracing the camel toe. I feel like camel toes are on the rise when they weren't before. I feel like they used to get shamed a lot. And I think and I love that they just be out now. I think some girls even be like trying to emphasize it on purpose.
Yeah. But do you like what we're talking about? The sweats kind of roll down, pull your underwear up.
Or it's like I'm wearing a bodysuit right now, and a lot of girls wear bodysuits with their sweats, and it's all connected for those of you that don't know. And there's this region of just skin, and the girls pull down their sweats so that part
sure
you can see that. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say I think that's hot. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would say that's hot.
What is something that women do that we're probably not thinking of that you guys find attractive? So, sometimes it is the effortless, a little bit of underwear showing, not the I'm pulling my damn underwear up. Yeah. What's the subtle things?
There's a lot. But most of it for me has to be the effortless shit. Like, I love a good nipple print, no bra type situation, right?
Yes.
But I can tell when you were like, I'm gonna have my nipple print.
Right.
Popping, I'm not a fan of that. So it just has to be subtle.
Yeah. I agree with that. I've always said that when we've talked about how like when you see a girl who's just has the nipples just chilling, she's probably fun to hang out with because she don't care. Yeah. Especially when it's a girl with little titties and her nipples are out, then like she's fully embraced who she is. She's not self-conscious about her little titties. She's comfortable with herself.
Then when you see the nipple piercing, what do y'all think? Because I've seen the ones, so the girls with the smaller bust, it's easier for them to get away with the no bra thing.
Right.
It's a lot easier because I don't like to wear a bra all the time. It's kind of difficult for me to.
But then people feel like, oh, she's trying to show off.
Yeah.
Because I know sometimes it looks like a lot, but at the same time, it's a comfort thing for me. And when we wear the push-up bras, I don't need cleavage hitting my damn chin. Like it's a lot going on. But the nipple ring, I've been a fan of that on the smaller.
Definitely like
groups.
the nipple ring.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at being able to tell when it's like I'm trying to get your attention with this lack of bra. And when it's like, I'm just comfortable, bro.
Yeah, that's the life you live.
I'm just comfortable. That's my shit right there. But the trying, I'm like, I'm a look. But
right. But it's a different, it's when you're trying versus like, oh, okay, she's probably cool.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you always look at the dick print in gray sweats?
First off, we're looking at it just all the time. The gray sweats was just a cop out for most women. That was an easy because guys could see it now. I am, definitely. You can tell like the bulge. I've dated somebody and I told him like, you got to wear fucking compression pants when you leave the house. When he would go and work out, I was like, this is just, to me, it felt like it was a lot like telling your girl, maybe you should put a bra on. It's the same. I'm like, maybe you should put some compression shorts on with your basketball shorts because that shit is disrespectful.
But you also don't want to get, you don't want to get judged when you're out and about.
I don't think that the bulge is something that you're gonna, if you don't have one, I don't think girls... First off, ladies,
I've heard girls talk shit about dudes in sweats that didn't have.
Okay, I feel like the gray sweats is the forced attempt, like the white t-shirt, no bra. So the gray sweatpants, unless you're like really chilling and lounging, it's the equivalent of not wearing a bra and a white t-shirt.
That's interesting
for me. But like basketball shorts, I've been around athletes my whole life, so that we can see it when a guy's not wearing any type of brief. It's like that's distracting.
Well, I tell you what, I'm like, because I'm so aware. I've also heard and been a part of those conversations with the girls that like be talking shit. If I got some sweats on, or like some gray sweats especially, I'm like, let me wear boxers instead of boxer briefs today so the shit's not pushing my junk down as much. You feel me?
Funny.
I had a friend make almost make a really shitty decision because she saw a dude in gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
We were out. And my friend, for some reason, like forgot what the guy's face looked like and just was like, it's the gray sweatpants for me. I was like, you need to get the fuck off the internet because you just like not looking at anything else that's going on. And it wasn't even an impressive situation. I think it was just oh my goodness,
just
it's
the
gray
hype.
Sweatpants season. I'm like, girl, look up and you don't even know his name. What's wrong with you?
I think one time, it was I was about to just throw on some gray sweatpants to like leave the house to go somewhere real quick, and then and I didn't have drawers on.
Oh hell no!
But then I was like, I walked by myself in the mirror. I was like, oh, this is too much.
That's too
Because I was like,
much.
because I literally like it was like where the equivalent of like seeing nipples, where I was like, I can see the outline of the shape of my dick,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not just the shape, but I'm talking about like the head.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like,
like
oh,
the
this,
line,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm asking for it at this point.
It
That-
is
he doesn't mean that
disrespectful.
the other way around.
I'm totally no. You can dress however you want. You are not asking for anything.
No. But I know what you're talking about because there are times where I will put on a top and I'm thinking, oh, I'm good. And I'm not looking at myself as far as how somebody else is seeing me.
Yeah.
And also, you got to take into equation like where you're going because the lighting changes everything because a print can go from like, oh no, I don't see nothing to stepping outside and being like, oh my God,
Like,
I am
oh.
exposed.
So that's color. I see a
I
color
can see-
change here.
which
yeah.
seems to be way more sexy than the pushed out or the force. I that like
Yes.
yeah.
To me, 100%. Like
Yeah.
the trying makes it kind of whack for me.
Yeah.
I purposely buy thicker sweats because there was a time a long time ago on the train, had on some really thin basketball shorts, and it was a good dick day. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good dick day, and I'm standing because I'm a gentleman. There was ladies,
Right.
I let them have my seat, but then there was a girl in front of me, and she was just looking, right,
Uh-huh.
which is dope.
Yeah.
But he saw her looking.
Oh.
Yeah, and now I'm like, oh,
Rick,
You know what it feels like to
Yeah.
have somebody going,
he
Yeah.
pointed
No,
to
no,
his
no.
penis right now
No,
for
yes.
anyone.
tune in.
He wasn't ashamed.
Right.
He was like, well, let me show you some more. It started standing at attention. And I was like, oh, shit.
This is
so
not
now
a
I gotta like
competition.
put my butt back, I try to do all this weird shit.
See, now that's the benefits of having the curved dick like myself, because when I'm
Goes on your
erect,
thigh.
yes, because when I'm erect and I want it to not be as obvious, I can let it go to the right like it naturally goes, and it's more against me. If I really want it to be more pronounced, I flip it to the
See, I know of.
I go against the grain.
I've been told I have to put it in my
Hilarious.
belt. My
Yeah, but
my
I
belt.
couldn't do that right there.
Oh yeah, that's a little much. You're like, excuse me.
Fuck it. That teenage years.
a lot.
It lived
Hide it in
my
your
waistband.
in your waistband.
That shit
Ladies,
was
if you
always
didn't
up.
know and you never had a conversation with your man about hiding it in the waistband and y'all wasn't really in a relationship.
I like to tuck it backwards up my ass. No, I'm just playing.
He's like, excuse me, let me put that away. Nobody will see it here.
Ah, man.
Gray
Well,
sweatpants.
you love it, you little perv.
I like basketball shorts. I'm a basketball shorts preference type of person. I think the all black is really sexy. The all black, like hoodie and sweats. I like that. I like the basketball shorts. Ladies, if y'all thought gray sweatpants season was something, it's like you've been missing out on the basketball shorts when they're chilling, not the double ones, not the wearing the extra stuff. You
Just wait when
comfortable.
Goody starts white linen drawl season
Oh,
for
y'all
men.
should do it. Y'all should. What's that Kevin Hart bit talking about his dad showing up with his dick all out at the everything?
Remember when we was at the Grove and there was that dude?
Dude, what the fuck?
There was this man.
It was disrespectful.
Yes.
So disrespectful.
It was this dude walking with these like, I don't know, it was like some silky, loose ass, but like tight and loose at the same time shorts.
Tight and
It
loose.
was like tight at the bottom, but loose in
Like
the...
balloon. Like they call them like
Kinda.
balloon
Yeah,
shorts.
I know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Kinda.
And he walked by. It was like, I almost feel like he fluffed himself before walking
Yeah.
around.
Stop.
Because his dick was just like, it was looking at you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Me and Rick,
Oh.
like we walked by and it wasn't even like you couldn't help but notice. You know what I'm saying?
It was like screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walked by and I was
Yeah.
like, yo. And then Rick was like, to me, it was like, sir.
Sir. Excuse me.
Could you...
I had a woman once, and you know when the leggings, you don't have the when the girls don't have the thick leggings, and you can kind of see through them a little bit, or they move or they bend.
Yeah, we love that.
Well, I went to a baseball game, and I was with the person that I was dating at the time. We both knew what I was wearing when I left the house. So if you are okay with what you're wearing and your partner is, nobody should tell you anything about it. Tell me why I did something to go tie my shoe, and this girl comes up in front of the group because there's two other people there. I was like, just to let you know, we can see through your leggings. And she was standing next to her dude, and I was like, we know. And I looked at her man, and my dude was like, why are you bringing this up? That's so rude.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, wait, she's talking to you?
She was talking to me
What
because
the
that
fuck?
she could see through my leggings, but she said it in front of her dude
Yeah.
and in front of our group of friends. And I was like, what would make you think that that's ever appropriate? If I'm by my man and it's not a rip,
Right.
first off, woman, don't ever walk up to nobody and yell that. She could have been like,
You're showing your junk to her man.
well, bitch, do better.
Insecure about
do
it.
better. My man didn't care. And also, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
I
Right.
bent to tie my shoe.
Mhm.
And you saw the underwear.
You had some
flip-flops.
I don't ever be. First off, I never wear flip flops to a baseball game. What? Never that.
Wow.
Never. You don't wear flip flops to a
You
baseball
gonna
game.
get on the field?
Oh yes,
You gotta be
I'm
prepared.
literally one of those people that I'm like, any given chance to get on the field, I'm thinking that I can go. Yes, and you gotta have cute shoes. We were sitting close. You gotta have a cute fit together.
I feel it.
We were right behind home plate, which means you end up on the. Yeah, you
So
gotta look good.
let's talk about these fancy ass bottles we got real quick.
All right.
Can you hand this to me?
I can.
Nikki Blades. As you guys know, I always, have the Clase Azul on deck, and those motherfuckers don't ever wanna.
They don't want to sponsor nobody.
They don't want to sponsor anybody. I mean, granted, look, I'm not gonna take it back. I still really enjoy Clase Azul.
Fair.
But this man right here from this company, it's called Serpiente, right? It's a new tequila.
This sounds sexual.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, these bottles are all hand blown, like they're little cobras. And he hit me up. He was like, "Hey man, I know you like tequila. I love the podcast. I'd love to give you some for you to try." And it's really good.
Is it? All right,
Dude
let's
was like, he was telling me his story, and he was like, he went to Mexico. He was studying international business marketing, and he went to just a local bar at whatever little city he was at. And he was about to order some known shit, and the bartender was like, "No, don't order that. Order this, because it's like made by the local guy." And then he said he kind of learned that in all these like smaller Mexican cities, there's always a local guy that does like tequila, right? And so he's been out there studying this shit, how it was made, and
It's beautiful.
and here's what's dope about these bottles, Nikki Blades. And I hate to go too deep into the talking about it because they're not paying me yet. But but it's cool because your phone, each bottle comes with a little chip, and like your phone like scans it. And then don't do it to this one because this one, I don't know if this one works,
Okay.
but do it one of the other bottles back there. And immediately, you don't even have to open up your camera. Literally just lean your shit against the thing.
What the hell?
Yes. And then it takes you to their shit.
Whoa.
And he was telling me that like in the future when they get the shit going, it's gonna be like it'll give you information like exclusive, like we got a party going tonight, we got an exclusive
Wow.
concert, we got exclusive whatever. So when you get the bottle,
cool.
it's like
I
basically
can
your
see it.
pass.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So this shit right here, he gave me like he's talking about it's like this is like a $500 bottle he gave me.
That
he
makes
said.
sense. Honestly, when it comes to it, the alcohol itself is probably not what is the most expensive part about
Right.
it. But when you have very good alcohol, the bottle, the color of it, the shape of it all has a purpose. So
This specifically is like a lot of it has to do with alcohol too. It's like the
which one is that one?
It's
'Cause-
the extra añejo. It's the aged
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The older
Joven.
the older the alcohol is, normally the more expensive it is.
And this shit is 40% proof.
Oh shit.
So was the Cambodian shit, 40% proof.
That's why we did a splash of it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Just dribble it.
Just a little bit. Here's a quick funny story before we sip this, or
just
while we sip it. And toast to you because you just finished your last day at K-Win Radio.
Did.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
big step.
3 years.
Wow.
3 years. It was awesome, but it was time. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I just had to step away, but I loved it. Everybody's been really cool about it, and I don't know what's going to come next. But I had my last show. I had my last broadcast on my phone on my way to JK News. Like I recorded it in the car onto my next job.
Damn, you didn't give a fuck.
It was, you know what? I put in a month notice. I put in a month. Like I gave a lot of time. So I was like, you know what? Okay, we got to start getting right to work as soon as it was over because we're not going to let this be in vain. So I was like, okay, I love y'all. I did choke up a little bit on the farewell final thing because we didn't talk about it till that day. And it was my co-host Lucas didn't even want to mention it. He was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to make you cry because he knew I was doing my makeup. I was like, no, it's okay. So I was like, all right, I got to go to the next job. And it was all fun, all good until I said, and it was so nice to have my parents actually able to listen to me and to get to know me for once. And it was like, as soon as I said mom and dad, got choked up. And I'm like, but thank you, everybody. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye. And like literally signed off. And I'm like, everything else didn't get to me. But as soon as I mentioned my mom and dad, I was like, we're good.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. I love my parents. But if it wasn't for the radio, I still think my parents would not be very impressed with me.
I mean, your dad loves the podcast, right?
He loves the podcast, and everybody that hits up my dad and says Hawaiian ho or messages me, it's hilarious. My dad loves it. My mom is happy that she's not really mentioned because she attempted to watch a podcast and she was like, oh, baby, I really want to watch it, but I don't like you talking about dick all the time. Your father, on the other hand, loves it. Me, not so much. And yes, your dad was a hoe before I met him. I was like, thanks, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
We gonna get your dad on here one day.
I don't trust my dad with a camera or a microphone. I don't trust my dad with the internet. Hell no.
Look here, Double H.
No.
We getting you on this shit.
Your parents seem fine. Like my dad, no, hell no. No, he's a million times worse than I am, and he will talk about all the shit. And
I can't wait.
I don't need it.
We might just have to do a no Nikki, only Nikki's dad episode. Oh, Nikki's dad, my dad, and that's the whole episode.
Hilarious.
It would be a lot of accents going on.
Yeah,
we would need subtitles for that one.
Wait, my dad has an accent?
My dad has an accent.
No, my dad does too.
I was like, my dad has.
For those wondering, I do have a dad, and I know him.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say because Rick's dad wouldn't come on the show.
Yeah, it sounded like I know him.
Oh my God.
Rick's like, nah, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah, you racist motherfuckers.
Jeez.
Sons of bitches.
Real quick, I wanted to share a funny story. When I went to go meet with the tequila guy, to just talk about the bottles and shit, I was trying to finish my fucking gallon of water, right? And as you know, when I'm doing this shit, I gotta pee a lot, right? Yeah. So it was downtown parking. It was fucking annoying because it was packed. I had to go to like the 7th level of this parking structure, and I was like, shit, I gotta pee, and I don't know if where I'm meeting him at is gonna have a bathroom, right? So of course, it's like first thought is like I'm peeing like a bottle or some shit, right? Pero like I didn't have any bottles in the car because normally it's bottles of water and I'm drinking this giant jug. So what I did have was a small Perrier can that was empty. And so, yes, Perrier comes in cans. So I'm like, all right, man, this is going to have to do, right? So of course, when it's a bottle, you usually try and put the tip of your dick against the bottle so you get no splashing.
Sliced up.
So I didn't put my tip against it because I didn't want to get sliced. But I gave it like a half-inch distance. And luckily, I squirted right into the hole, right? So I'm peeing, but I'm like, okay, please, Lord, let this be enough can for the amount of piss. It was not.
I know.
Are you holding the can or is it on the ground?
So it's I'm holding the can. I got my dick out, and my dick curves to the right, so I'm going I'm like this, right?
Just catching it.
So yeah, basically, right? Yeah, I'm doing this for some reason too. I'm trying to make a game out of it now. So I'm peeing. I hit the hole immediately. It's great. But then I'm hearing when you can hear the bottle getting filled, and I'm like, shit, it's getting up there.
Pinch and pour.
Yeah, well, yes, literally. So I got to the point where that last little bit of it came up to the top. I was like, shit, had to pinch it off. And then I opened the door, poured it out, and then brought it back in and had to and then empty the rest out.
That's the one bad thing about this gallon a day shit.
Yeah.
So this is my third. That means I already did half a gallon. So that's why I had to go right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydration. It's a motherfucker.
It's so stupid.
So
but I
necessary.
don't feel dry anymore, so that's good.
It helps a lot.
But do you feel that now that after you've been doing the hydration, like gallon for a few days now, whatever, if you are not on track with it, you feel extra thirsty?
I haven't slipped up yet.
Man.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to stay consistent.
Man.
You have to. It changes everything. Your skin will freak out when you stop doing it. You notice your not the skin on your face, but the skin on your body is not as supple. You know, you feel dry even after you put lotion on.
Bruh, I lotioned my elbows on the way here because I was like, these motherfuckers feel dry as shit right now. And I normally am like, yeah, I'm an ashy person naturally, but I'm not like, I'm not ashy enough where it shows up on camera.
You're not one of those are you a scratch and ashy
Oh,
type?
I am. Look at this shit. Oh, it's disgusting.
Oh.
Look, yeah.
You need lotion.
Oh, I know. Your boy is
I was
ashy.
like, you need lotion.
I've told this story before. I don't know if I told it on the podcast, but when I was, I want to say 7 or 8, my boy Jonathan Phillips, my best breast fan, my first best friend ever. We met in preschool. It was my boy, who's black. He looked at my legs and he was like, "Damn, Tim, you get black people ashy." And I was like, "Ashy? What is this
term that you're using?
What does that mean?" And then he kind of put me on to like lotioning, and then here's what he used to do. He used to be like, if we didn't have lotion, because we were little ass kids, we weren't walking around with lotion back then, you know. So we would go to the boys' bathroom, get some like some soap, some hand soap. And he's like, here's what I do. So we would lotion our legs
with
soap, and then he's
clean, kind
and it worked.
But that's why you actually now.
Well, it worked, and you would forget about it until I would get home and I'd be taking a shower, and I'm like, why am I so sudsy? Sudsy and dirty as fuck, dog.
Oh my. There's nothing worse than when somebody calls you out on being ashy. Yeah. There's nothing worse. We kept the lotion on deck because I was super dark from the sun because I played, being outside. I was about 6. The Filipino side comes out right here, and it's a different type of brown that I get. No, if you know, you know. It's like I get a different type of brown. I don't get golden. My sister gets nice and golden brown when she's outside for too long. I turn very purpley. My undertone is very purple. So if I was to put sunscreen on, you could see me change colors. Like I change colors all the time. I'm yellow here and then it goes on from there. But when somebody calls you out, and it's normally like one of your close friends, like you said, but they have to give you the lotion, and when the lotion don't work, you got to add the water to the lotion to rub it in. Yeah, there's been some rough days, but there's nothing worse than that.
It's a struggle, man.
The forehead. Did you guys ever get the forehead tan? Y'all weren't outside that much, huh?
I wear hats.
Like the forehead or the top of the shoulder where it gets the darkest.
Oh, yeah. You get a little burnt.
Yeah. My shoulders,
yeah,
I always have to put, like to this day, I always have to put extra lotion on my shoulders.
My lotions get very peely. I never get, it's rare that when I get burnt, I got to really be like fucking trying to bake on purpose to get burnt. I usually would just get super tan for like a day or two, and then I might peel a little bit, but it would never hurt. And then after like a day or two, then I got a nice tan for like a week.
No, it's like if I go outside for 10 minutes, I'm changing colors. I get instant.
Do it right now.
Go and come back.
Okay. They'll be like, see, look. No, it's bad.
Yeah, when I be out with my dad and we would get our tans, people would just come up to us speaking Tagalog. And then
see?
Yeah. Bruh. People like literally, I was at a golf course with my dad. This old man,
a brown that
other Filipino dad came up to him, just started speaking Tagalog, and we was like, "We're not Filipino, bruh." Huh? Yeah, and then when I'm inside for like a month, motherfuckers just start speaking
English to you.
I've been hit with Korean out the gate for some reason.
Chinese,
some little Chinese. Maybe like people think I'm Vietnamese, some Vietnamese Chinese. But then also Filipinos come in all shades too.
Totally.
Like,
yeah. But I get the Korean one when you're super light because that's the beauty standard. Like they really like the very, very fair skin. I don't know. My mom used to hide. My grandma used to hide from the sun, like be very adamant. I feel like it's like an old school thing with them that they didn't want to get tan, like at all.
They didn't want to get skin cancer.
I wish that was it. They wasn't that smart. They were so vain. They were like, no, we just don't want to be too dark. And we're outside like this. Bring it on.
Nah, Asian moms, they all Asian ladies. It's the colorist shit coming from like Asia and India and all that, like from all parts of the world, really.
Yeah.
But like, they'll be like, they'll have soaps that like was supposed to like lighten you up and shit like that.
My grandma used to freak out. I come home, my hair naturally curly and really, really dark. And my grandma's like, you know how long I had to hide inside the house and do my hair to not look like that? I was like, damn, grandma, you mean.
I tell my mom, tans are cool.
They're cool.
Right? People like tans. And plus, mom, when I'm shirtless and I'm more tanned, if I put sunblock on and I get shiny, I look buffer than I am.
Yeah, the striations. We do that still to this day. I be adding extra lotion on things.
Oh, you got to do it. If I know I'm going to be topless, I make sure I'm at least shiny. Because I know, like, the shininess.
What about you, Rick? When you're topless, do you like to be shiny?
My topless skin is naturally shiny.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have, like, a really...
I get really dry legs. My elbows get dry, but my tits and tum shine.
My tits and tum. I like the little tummy.
Rick used to do this thing whenever we went to Vegas and we'd be in the pool where he would get the little plastic cups and suck them to his chest.
You what?
Pushing it.
Yeah.
The Madonna bra.
It's pretty cool.
Austin Powers.
Vegas, I miss Vegas.
I do. I miss Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
That's my town. And now I'm an alcoholic, so it makes more sense.
Vegas was the first city and the first time I learned that, like, girls really expect you to pay for food when you meet them for the first time.
Yeah, pay for everything.
Yeah, and this was before I really had money because, first time we went to Vegas as a homie group, we were broke as shit.
Oh, yeah, we know that story.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the prostitute story, but this one time, that same weekend, before I accidentally hit on the prostitute, me and my boy, PD Flo, there were these two.
I love this story.
We were like, we gotta get some girls this weekend, man. So there was these two girls talking to some lame ass motherfuckers. But so we walk over, just talking to them, being funny and shit. So they switched their attention to these other dudes that were trying to holler and start talking to us. They were cute, and so we were like, yo, I mean, let's kick it later, blah blah blah. They're like, yeah, great. We exchanged numbers, and they were like, hey, let's eat here, some sushi place in, I forget which hotel it was, but like, yeah, cool. And so me and Peter, like, we've hung out with girls, of course, like we'd hung out with women before, but I guess we just never experienced this before because we're all chopping it up, having a good time, ordering a couple drinks, ordering food, and then so the bill came, and so me and Peter are like, all right, how y'all want to do this? And they were like, oh,
I don't know you. I'm buying you food for.
That was the thought. It's just like, I just met you girls, right?
We hanging out.
But they were like, oh, okay, yeah. And then let me tell you, never saw them again, ever. But we all had such a great time. But I mean, and of course now, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but now, if I invited them, if I was going to eat with some girls I met in Vegas, of course I would pay.
Yeah.
But back then I just had no idea that's how shit, quote unquote, worked.
If a girl pays, which ladies, be able to pay for your own food if you're ever stepping out of the house and have your own money just in case a situation happens. Because if you don't want it to go any further, you pay. If a girl pays, I think that's the international sign of, that was nice, I'm going to keep it moving. We don't owe each other anything. Cool. But if you just sit back and expect, which, hey, if you're trying to get at me, I'm looking at you if you gonna pay. Because if you pay, then okay. If you don't, I can pay for myself. But I think that's a little bit of the first sign of whether or not it will move forward.
Look, we all get it.
We get it, but I hate that y'all can't admit how stupid and whack it is.
No, it's stupid.
Well, that's why I said I advise women to have their own money. Do not expect them to pay, but if that's what you like and that's what you're into, I feel like if a man does pay, it's showing his interest, that it is wanting to be a little bit more than what it is. To me, if a guy asks me out and he doesn't pay, we're homies. That's it. You're getting nowhere else with me with that. Because it's not a date then. If it's a date and you're trying to impress me, you pay. If not, I pay. We keep it pushing.
But what if that's not a date? We're hanging out to get to know you. But then, okay, I know you now and I like you. Let's go on a date. But y'all don't let them get to that chance because they didn't pay the first time y'all hung out.
I always say if you are not interested in the person, put your card down, because it also might be, I mean, that's the thing. Like, guys, how do you feel if a girl just puts her card down? Does that give you the signal that she's not interested in you?
Here's the thing. No.
Okay.
But that's also stupid because it's like
there's no winning.
It doesn't work on the flip. It's not like, well, if I'm down, then yeah, you can pay. It doesn't work like that. So you can't say universal sign if you don't want it to go any further, you pay. But then if he pays, you still might not want it to go any further. So it doesn't work. But we all know.
That's
pay.
that's what I'm saying. Like 100%, what it is stupid, especially if the world is trying to get woke.
I'm not saying it makes sense.
Right.
I'm just saying that.
But that's just how it is.
I'm also not saying it's stupid.
I'm letting you know,
do it.
if I pay and I put my card up front, either I'm proving, here, I've done this before. Either I'm trying to prove to you that I'm not talking to you for the money, for your money, or the type of person that you are, that don't worry, I got it. This is me showing, like, don't worry, I'll pay for us. It's cool. That's a little bit of a power move and kind of manipulative, because I'm just trying to prove a point that I don't need you. I got it myself. But do I like when people pay? Of course I do.
Right.
And of course I want you to pay for me. I don't like paying for my own shit. But I can.
Society's ran that way for too long now, where it's like it's just how it is, right? Yeah. It's definitely stupid, especially if, like, you know, because if the thought process is you shouldn't expect anything from, like, when you pay for food, then you shouldn't expect anything. Then that's how then you shouldn't be mad at someone for expecting something when they pay. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things, everybody better have fucking money if we're going out to eat. If you leave the damn house and you ain't got no damn money, it's your fault.
Well, so here's my specific problem with your issue, because I remember this shit. You guys said to them, let's hang out later.
Mm-hmm.
They said to you, okay, let's eat at this place. They invited to dinner. Y'all said hang out.
Right.
Because you was fucking broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now then that's on them. They should have known better.
Yeah, but look,
if you're going to say, hey, come eat with me, then pay.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. There we go. If we invite you out, if we're inviting you out, girls better have money to at least pay for themselves. And if not, that's courteous and nice to be like, yo, I got it taken care of.
Yeah,
but again, how old were you guys?
We were just turned 21.
Yeah, this is a mature conversation as far as how it goes.
And look,
but the grown ass women don't. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Everybody's different. What are you talking about? Like I've said before, I've paid before, but that's to establish. That's an establishing
It's a game. It shouldn't be a game. Why is everything a game?
Because it is weird. A game until you married.
It's not.
It's all a game. Okay, it's really, Rick. You mean to tell me it's not a
successful marriage and ask if it was a game
to get to that point?
Yeah. A successful one.
Did you have to do some stuff back and forth to figure out?
They're not successful yet. No. I'm not even being funny.
Right.
It's not long enough.
Because it's only been a couple years.
Yeah.
But how did you get to that point? Like, did you feel that those same things applied? Like, if you were to take her out, you knew that you were going to pay? And if she invited you out, did you expect for her to pay for you?
It was, for me, it was definitely something. Look. I mean, it's a hard conversation to really fully have, because when I was at that point in my life, in my head, I'm like, if I'm courting a woman, I'm going to be paying for stuff. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect her to really ever pay.
And if she did pay, how would that make you feel?
And when you're dating a woman like that, when it's like something you're getting to know each other, and she's like, hey, you know what? I don't want you to pay. I'm going to pay. Then it's like a treat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit. Wow. That's dope of you.
Yeah,
but
the opposite of what you're saying. So don't act like you agree.
But no, I do agree. That's a relationship, though. When you're in a relationship, I don't expect that's relation. There's a difference between courting and relationship. There's phases to these things.
You don't get to one without the other. What I'm saying is,
so if she would have paid before the relationship part, how would that have made you feel? If she would have dropped the card down and didn't say, "Oh, this is a treat," and you were on a date thinking you were courting her, and she went and paid, would that make you think she wasn't interested?
I would not have thought she wasn't interested.
Okay.
I would have thought, that's she's trying to boss up on me. Like that. But not on some unromantic shit.
Because let me ask you this.
Okay.
You go out with a guy, it's not specified as a date. You're out with him. You guys have an amazing time. You enjoy him, you enjoy the conversation, everything's cool. The bill comes and he hits you with you want to just Venmo me, or you want to split the card. Are you like, oh, fuck this guy now?
In my head, I'm going, then that in my head, he didn't court me. So it was just hanging out. And I'm like, okay, here's the money. But in my head, but again, this is a scenario that I don't know. This is a made up scenario. So in my head, if he goes, are we splitting this? And he's a friend then. We're friends. Because I have no problem hanging out with a guy and we're friends. And if he's like, hey, how do you want to do this? Then that gives me, you're not courting me or trying to romantically move advances that way.
Okay, but you enjoy him.
but if he's the one that told me that's it, then I'm disappointed. Then I'm gonna feel let down, to be honest.
Do you not hear how silly that is? Not because
it doesn't have to make sense for. Is it silly? I mean, but is it? How many dates do you go on?
I like you. I enjoyed you. We had a good time.
But you
didn't pay for me. Damn. Now I feel all these different things.
Because
you're assuming his thoughts.
Because until you can open up the channels of communication to where we're going off of what the universal signs are,
which is silly.
But in that scenario, if a man is courting, using the term that he used, which normally when a man is courting a woman, there are certain behaviors that they do. And we have to look for these signals to kind of navigate this world of dating. If a guy goes, hey, you want to split this? In my head, I go, he probably wasn't that interested in me. And this is him telling me it without saying it, because nonverbal communication is 90% of communication. So I didn't make the rules, but if that's how I react, that's my reaction. It doesn't mean that it's right or it's wrong. It just means that's how I took it. And when you date, it could be a vibe. Maybe it was, I'm going to look at myself like, damn, I must have dropped the ball on this day and he don't want nothing to do with me. But I'm not going to be like, fuck him. I'm going to be like, damn, that's really disappointing. I don't know how I feel now.
But do you hear yourself? I get what you're saying, and you make complete sense. There's a billion people in the world who think like that. That doesn't mean you have to think like that, because everything was great except for this one thing, that one thing makes you think all the negative.
Okay, first off, I'm not gonna be just hanging out with a guy. I'm 31 fucking years old. I'm not just hanging out with dudes.
Oh my God.
But that's my thing. I'm not just hanging with a guy. If we're going out and you are courting me, and again, if that's my belief and how I would like a relationship to go, that's on me. And if you don't believe in that, then that's on you. Go and find somebody that feels the same way. If you want to court me, and I still think that chivalry is not dead, and I do like that. But when we move into another phase, and if I want to take you out and I invite you and I want to do things, I think that I could totally do the same. But on the first date, you say 50-50 or we're hanging out, we're friends. It don't mean that I'm saying fuck you and you ain't shit. It just means in my head, for me, I don't like that. I would like to be courted, personal preference.
Okay, and that's fine. But is it personal preference and it's just for me, or is it the way of the world? You can't argue me with both.
Why can't I? Because if there's a lot of people that would think the same, because that's just what they know. And if they vibe
it's
with
way of the world.
But if you vibe with that person, it's up to you to make that decision. This is a made up scenario. So if I was vibing with this dude and for some reason I still felt like, okay, I'm not tripping, then it is what it is. But in this made up scenario we have, yeah, I would like to be courted. If you don't pay and say, hey, how we gonna split this? I still think that you are giving me the, I don't really see you romantically. I don't want to make that effort to pay. And it is what it is. I've definitely been out with guys and we did the 50-50 and we're friends still. But that was the moment that it probably could have went romantic and we never pursued anything after that.
So the him not paying shuts that down.
As far as the romantic?
Yeah.
Unless he shows on a different occasion that it can go
So he gets
otherwise.
another chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over. I'm not saying, like I said, it's not fuck you. I'm going to assume, which again makes an ass out of me and you, I'm going to assume that you weren't into me. If he goes and we have a conversation after the fact, which we probably would if we're really into each other, maybe he's doing the same thing and don't know how it works. Every situation is different. I mean, every situation is different.
All right, y'all, let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Thank you for watching another episode of the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.